chest.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But yeah, it was good.
Damn.
You're like, what do you call it? Let me see if I can wrap my mind around it.
Oh, we are? Oh, yeah. I see the cameras recording and everything. Whoa. That was cool, Randy. Okay, well, we shouldn't start it from there because I said the F word and we had just everything's getting demonetized.
Because of the F word?
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
It actually doesn't matter.
So have we started?
Okay.
All right, cameras rolling.
Sound.
Sound.
Sound
Hold
speeding.
for room tone.
I never know what that means.
I think it just is them listening to like the sound of the room so they can match it up when they do audio. Just like, or get rid of it, yeah. Isolate it. And
Was that a good enough clap, Randy?
you look like you're going to count it down. If you're going to do this and you open your mouth, you're kind of indicating to me there's a countdown coming. You went and then did nothing and clapped. So
you did like a right under here clap, like kind of a.
Are we countdown or no?
No countdown.
All right.
That was money.
See, I just had to know the deal.
That was money.
All right, we got a welcome to Slop City podcast.
Yep, we got my boo-boo Rafe Williams on with me today.
Hello, everyone.
I just took a brisk nap before we got here.
She did.
Put some mouthwash into my mouth.
She did do that.
Didn't even brush my teeth. Just was like, you know what?
Swished it around.
Swishing it around. Didn't close the cabinet.
And as promised on an earlier episode, speaking of naps, we're going to wake everybody up because this episode is brought to you by Psychotic.
We're doing it.
Do 800 push-ups and shit your pants. It's Psychotic. We talked about this on a prior episode. I take Psychotic Preworkout, which is made by Insane Labs with a Z. It has 2 crazy clowns on it. Has not been approved by the FDA Drug Administration. And we thought it might be fun if we did this episode. We get Randy and Tina
A little zooted up.
Zooted out on Psychotics. So Tina's going to talk while I administer the product so you can see it's legit to everyone's water bottle. And then we'll just see how chatty we get throughout the next hour of our lives.
Yeah, Rafe is going to be administering everything. I really love that Randy had a funnel because what we originally did when we got here was I just went straight to Randy's kitchen like I own this house.
Half scoop. To the camera. I don't want you guys to do a full scoop. I'm going to go half scoop for Tina.
Oh, yeah. And can you actually hand me the lid for that thing?
Why?
Because there's just some info on it I'd like to read to everybody.
Read the info.
Okay. And then
Supplement Superstore.
This one right here is going to be my water bottle because I already drank out of it. Okay.
Okay, this is Randall's then.
Okay. So on top of the Psychotic Insane Labs pre-workout, it has a big sign. It's like, warning. Begin with half scoop.
Warning.
They're not Look at that color. It's so It's so artificial.
Holy shit. Shake it up a little bit. Start chugging it. Hold on.
Don't drink it until we're all going to do it in solidarity.
Give me yours because I can do mine. I want to get you guys going. I've already had the scoop today. I'm going to do another one.
Oh, are you going to do another full scoop?
I'll do a little halfy.
Okay.
So I don't have a heart attack live on the air.
Dude, this stuff does get spooky. Last time,
spook you out, dude.
Last time I took it on an empty.
You made me take you to the hospital.
I took it on an empty stomach and went to the gym.
Tina's dose. We're dosing her up.
Oh boy.
I wanna fly high, free bird, yeah.
I'm scared. Okay, so we got half scoopies in both of ours, Rainey.
Half scoopies to give you the poopies.
It really will, dude. And this is something I want everybody to check out. Like, the color of this is like those Crystal Light packs, like the raspberry lemonade ones. It's a very artificial color. This while this color does naturally occur, why would you do that?
I just freebase Psychotic. I was trying to blow the rest of the powder down the hole, and all I did was basically just napalm myself with a stimulant. So
Rafe freebase Psychotic. I hope you got that on
camera, because that
definitely did.
went all over my face.
It looked like smoke.
It did.
I mean, it blasted out.
I literally just freebase Psychotic for the first time.
There's been a couple
I'm like Richard Pryor.
Well, Rafe is very serious about his pre-workout, and while he does get on the elliptical and stuff like that after he takes the pre-workout.
I do sometimes.
Even if Rafe's not working out that day, he's still taking this stuff.
Well, yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's a coffee replacement. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Caffeine is my last vice.
Okay.
I do all that
today's
shit.
episode, I'm going to put Psychotic. Let's put it where it can be.
Yeah, just so people can see it, because
Brought to you by Psychotic, right here on the place of. Can't really.
I
What
would
am I
be.
looking at?
I would be fine with them.
Oh, okay,
You
it's
see
in
it?
it's in the shot.
I would be fine with Psychotic becoming a
Excuse me.
sponsor. Okay, so we are what, 5-ish minutes, 10
5
max?
minutes in, we'll check in about every 10 minutes and see how it's hitting for everybody. Shake them up.
7 minutes in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you guys know right now that I am likely gonna chug this. Okay.
That we should all chug. You don't have to drink it all, but you got to drink a good chunk.
Yeah,
otherwise, you're not going to get the full effect of the Psychotic hitting. Like when it goes into my body, dude, it's like an episode of Popeye the Sailor Man where it's like da-da-da-da-da-da. She's like locomotives going in my penis and my biceps.
In your penis.
Yeah, it makes your pee hole tingle. Here we go.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers.
Okay.
Bottoms up. Oh, that's delicious.
I went ahead and chugged mine. I did the whole thing.
I recommend watermelon, sour cherry peanut or sour cherry colada. Some of the other ones taste pretty fucking rancid. I would not do cotton candy.
Yeah, Rafe does
Sorry,
not like
Psychotic.
cotton
I'm a
candy.
big proponent, but some of your flavors are trash. Gummy worm, terrible. Snow cone, absolutely rancid. It tastes like someone pissed in snow. Don't do it. But
I think snow cone was the one that you didn't like so much
I
that you
threw
were
it
like,
away.
Yeah.
And they're expensive, so you know it's bad.
I wish you just saw Randy's face. He just did this, Rafe. He goes, he literally goes,
I did.
he did this face that like was a little kid
Who drank lemon juice for
when
the
they
first time?
can't hide what is going on their face. He just goes.
I'm not a big fan of watermelon flavored stuff.
Oh.
Oh, well.
That's all right, man.
I didn't know, man. I could have brought
It's all right,
cherry
no, I
colada.
would rather have this. Colada's even worse.
All right. Let's
So-
finish. She's done. Let's finish ours off.
Oh, I'm done for. I'm done. Cleared it.
All right. I've cleared the mechanism.
I got a
Like-
feeling.
Dude, I love bananas, but I hate like banana flavored food.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm the
I
opposite.
love watermelon, just don't like the artificially flavored stuff.
I'm the opposite. Love artificially flavored watermelon stuff, Jolly Ranchers, any kind of candy.
Yeah.
Could take or leave actual watermelon.
Oh, I bust open a watermelon each summer, and Rafe never, ever.
She
has
buys a
any of
whole
it.
watermelon once a year and claims she will eat it all, and then we throw away 3/4 of the watermelon.
Well, I just end up bringing it into work and like telling everyone it's the best watermelon that I've ever had. And then
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh my God. Everyone takes like 2 bites out of it and just it ends up getting tossed out. Because I know you have to like listen when you have a water bottle or a watermelon. You got to be like, you got to knock on it.
Mhm.
And I guess the best kind of watermelon is when it's really hollow. That's how you find one. But I have so much joy in my heart that I don't know what the sound of something being hollow sounds like.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just so much joy. Just saying.
All right.
Uh-oh, Randy's already getting a little funky.
Randy's already pacing, dude.
Randy's standing up, checking stuff
Randy's
out.
over there writing a script right now.
Oh, my God.
I am. I have written 2 scripts, actually.
We look over and Randy's just
Yeah.
feverishly masturbating over there.
I did that too. It was just so fast from the fucking psychotic, dude. You just didn't see it.
Oh, boy.
Randy said he had to go grocery shopping after this. I'm like, dude, it'll be the first time you go to the grocery store and buy no food because you're so, like, stemmed out. You're just like, you know what? I may never eat again.
He's just going to start organizing shelves, and they're like, hey, what are you doing, man? He's like, I thought I'd help you out. He's like,
he's facing all of the soup cans. The shit needs to get faced up, okay?
He's taking every single one and turning. He starts telling the employees what to do there. Like, wait, who are you?
Sorry, there's a guy in a beanie and $2 Dollar General store-bought glasses just sniffing all of the Downy.
Just opening it up and
he's opening
it.
every jug of Downy and inspecting it for scent consistency is what he said, but he clearly does not work for Downy in any capacity. Does that go against any policies we have here at Schnucks or?
He's fucking opening a whole bottle of orange juice and just chugging it standing there. That's something I've done before.
He's drinking the coffee creamer right out of the Coffee Mate jug.
He's in the bakery.
He claims he'll pay for it at the register.
He's in the bakery section with a chef's hat on, rolling out a piece of dough. He's just making cakes back there.
This man wandered behind the counter and is just feverishly slicing deli meats. But he's crushing it. He's
doing
so we kind of want to let him
job.
keep going, but there's got to be some sort of safety hazard here. Are we insured for this?
I mean, he's got every kind of sliced meat out there in terms of thickness. I mean, he can just do it rapid fire. He's just pumping out these pre-sliced sections.
He's cut up 9 salamis in 30 seconds.
He's cut up 14 honey hams today.
Everyone's gathered around the deli.
Oh, my God.
Randy. And he's like, Freebird's just playing in his ears, and he's slicing deli meats hard.
Randy's has the craziest day of his life ever on Psychotic. Well, I am already starting to feel a bit hot. Now, that might just be because we're chit-chatting and we're under lights.
That's the first wave. The first wave is your blood starts to boil, and it feels like all the blood rushes to the surface of your epidermis. That's your skin.
That's the top layer of your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the niacin flush, as they call it. But this is low niacin, so you don't get totally burned out, but you will feel the heat. Your blood will begin to boil.
I still can't believe that
You're running hot.
When I was on diversion, and which is a nice way of saying like probation or whatever, they do it for minors, or that was what they did in Kansas City. We had to call into this thing every day called color code, and you were assigned a color, and then you would have to go take a piss test or whatever. So my color was olive, and one time I called up there like while I was smoking a bowl. Me and my friend Mallory, we like had color code on speaker and we're listening for our colors, and she had neon.
So what was the deal? If they called your color, you had to go in and piss test, and if not?
The following day. So you would have to call every single day to check in.
If they were like blue,
yes.
It'd be like you'd roast a bone.
Well, they'd have like funky colors. It was like neon, dark green, olive. Olive was my color, and olive barely ever got called. Like I was at the lowest end of the spectrum for severity that I guess they thought. So I didn't have to test that often. But
boy, were they wrong.
they were very wrong.
Wow. They
should have been testing me the most out of everybody.
Yeah, you should have been like white.
The color they do
blue.
I know that they did neon a lot. I can't remember the other colors they did a lot, but they had some funky little names for it.
Okay.
And you would call into the color code line. And I remember one time Mallory and I had it on speaker because we were always hanging out, getting silly, getting slizzard together. So one of us would call color code each night. And I was like smoking a bowl, like lighting. And it was like, tomorrow's colors are olive. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. Like I had already been like smoking, drinking, doing whatever that day.
Yeah.
And then they called Mallory's color too. So we had olive and neon both. We were fucked. So we went to Walgreens and bought so much niacin.
It sounds like a bar. Neon Olive. We were down at the Neon Olive Oh, you went to the niacin flush?
Yeah.
Been there, brother.
Oh, dude. It made us feel. I was red within the hour, top to bottom.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's like having a sunburn on the inside of your body.
Oh, and I was itchy and everything. I was like, this makes me feel more like a crackhead than actually smoking crack every
For sure.
day.
I remember I did a couple niacin flushes. When I was in the National Guard, we'd get the heads up sometimes. You know, we'd be partying, smoking weed and stuff. And then they'd be like, they're going to piss test at the armory this weekend. We'd kind of get the heads up.
Oh, they would? They'd let you know in advance?
Sometimes they'd let you know in advance. Or they'd call they kind of knew who the partiers were in the Guard, and they'd call us on the way and be like, hey, don't come in. They're here.
Oh,
if you guys were partying,
wow.
don't come in, because they didn't want you to get kicked out, you know.
They looked out for you.
But Tommy Chong has these drinks. Cheech and Chong, you know who that is? He
Yeah.
has like drinks that are like.
I've never seen the movie, but
Dude, he had this line. I think he got in trouble for it. He had a line of drinks that were basically like masking agents. That like if you had to take a piss test, and there was a kid named Nick Grammer who was in very subtle the way you grabbed that, knocked everything off the table.
Well, I was trying.
He had like a backpack full of these drinks, and they were basically just niacin burn. But they would mask THC to where you could like, I mean, but the thing is like some tests, depending on how they did it, would detect the masking agent, and you could get in trouble for that.
Okay.
So it was like,
they're like, hey,
but they couldn't prove that you had weed. And if by the time the test came back, if you were clean, it was kind of like, you know, better to pop hot on a masking agent than to.
Yes, then to test positive for any kind of drugs.
Right.
Great.
You ever had to pass a piss test, Randy? You ever do niacin?
Nope.
Just failed?
No, dude, I have a girlfriend that doesn't smoke weed.
Oh, nice.
You just insert her piss into your piss.
I just jammed it in my until I got there.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
I feel like that's the best way.
That's hardcore, dog. That's what I'm talking about. We're about at that, like,
I would say that my stomach is starting to get a little
poopy.
Not poopy, but like something's happening in my stomach, and that could be because I went to a baby shower this morning, ate 2 pieces of bread, a chicken crepe, 2 little crepes, stacked next to each other, and then a piece of ricotta cheesecake.
Damn, ricotta cheesecake. That sounds good.
It was so good. This place where I went this morning for the baby shower was so fancy.
Time out. I want to talk about that, but did you pass? You did the niacin flush. Finish that story.
Oh, yeah. So we do the niacin flush. I go in. They said that my piss was like really diluted. So that was what they told me a couple days later or something like that. Like they couldn't test for it properly. Well, because I was also chugging a fuck ton of water. If your piss was too diluted.
Clear.
Yeah. Like just straight water.
But you can't get in trouble for being hydrated. That's bullshit.
That's what I said. I'm like, I am a world-class athlete, okay? I figure skated when I was younger, okay?
Mathlete.
Yeah, I'm a world-renowned mathlete. But no, they just made me take it again, and then it tested negative. So a couple days later, they called me and said, like, oh, it was like, you know, that was what the word they used, that it was too diluted.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even like test anything in there. They were just like, wow, this girl's really hydrated.
You saying, well, that's good. You passed, I guess,
hot.
technically. All right. We're at 10 minutes. How do we feel?
I'm getting hot.
I'm speeding my ass off over here, dude. I was just sitting here thinking, damn, I can't believe I just said what I said. Well, I'm speeding my ass off. That's why I said it.
Yeah, Randy's over there. He's already hearing voices in his head. That's good.
Yeah.
You know those voices in your head, dude, are these clowns whispering to you. It's these guys right here. Let's get a close up on these guys.
Yeah, those cool guys.
Yeah. Randy. Talk a little more than you're used to, buddy. You're the real star of the show now. All right, calm down, psychotic clown.
Dude, like everything about the Psychotic just has like a cool Juggalo vibe.
Yeah. It has like Stephen King's It.
Yes.
I got
shout
Pennywise whispering to you.
Shout out to this funnel. Oh, we dropped some resin on the
No, you
keyboard. Well, I'm going to go with we did because you left some.
I sat it on the side for a reason after I napalmed myself with it.
Yeah, so I'm getting a little hot. My armpits are...
Sweaty?
Oh, yeah, they're wet. Oh, God.
Randy's like reprogramming his computer off screen here. He's in the mainframe, dude. He's in the government database. You're feeling hot. I'm good, but I have a very high tolerance.
Oh, you could...
I'm basically your psychotic shaman right now, dude. Like, if this was like ayahuasca, I'm the guy you go to. I'm the guy in the tent that's like fanning you with the palm leaf.
Yes.
Making sure you don't have a bad trip on psychotic. Like, I'm going to introduce you to Mother Keeper of the Universe, two crazy anthropomorphic genderless clowns.
Yes.
Who whisper productive ideas into your ear while you're high on psychotic.
I think the funniest thing about the idea of those gurus is most of the time it's just like your friend that's the most experienced with drugs.
Well,
they're never like, I'm the designated driver and I'm 100% sober. I feel like most of the time they're like, listen, guys, I've done this a fuck ton of times and you're good. I promise. You just take like, oh no, this much. Like, I've never had a friend bring out a funnel. It's always like an eyeball.
Yeah. An eyeball.
Yeah. Like they're eyeballing the amount.
Oh, I didn't measure. Funnels don't measure the amount. You know that, right? They just literally funnel it into a small container.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying we came really prepared. It's just...
We did, and that is true. Like, anytime you do drugs, it's always like, who is the person leading the expedition? The one with the crippling addiction problem. Because they have such a high tolerance, which is hilarious. It's the person you should trust the least. It's the person with the least amount of self-control that you're allowing to be the leader of your expedition.
The first time I ever ate weed brownies, I did it with my friends at the time, and they were all like about 40 minutes in, maybe an hour or something like that. They're all like, this is the quietest Tina's ever been in her entire life.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I was so zooted up on these like homemade weed brownies that I was just like, I was struggling, dude.
Yeah, fucked you up.
Oh, yeah. I think I ended up telling my friends, I was like, I think I just would rather go home. And I like had them drop me off. And I was never the go home person. I was always the like, let's stay out and party person.
Yeah, you're still that person.
Well,
to your detriment sometimes.
Sometimes, but you know.
When you were saying you were a world-class athlete, that made me think of our friend Tim Walsh, who told a story. I did a podcast the other day, and he told a story about he went to a small Catholic high school in Belleville, Illinois, and there were only like 3 kids in his graduating class. It was like a Montessori school, and he wanted to play roller hockey, and there weren't enough kids, so they had to join a men's rec league.
Oh my God. I felt so sad for him.
And dude, he said that he didn't know how to skate, so he didn't play in rollerblades. He played with his tennis shoes on while everybody else rollerbladed. I'm like, what a horrible experience that would be.
It's just so sad. Okay, so roller hockey is literally just like...
Just hockey with rollerblades.
Not an ice rink.
Right.
And rollerblades. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
but then imagine being one kid out there in regular tennis shoes.
It'd be so
while everyone
sad.
else is in full pads and rollerblades, zooming around you, and you're just out there in like non-stick New Balance 880s.
Oh my God, that's
trying to make hard like by the time you catch up with the action, it's going the other way. It's so sad.
I just can't imagine. It's like showing up for any sport, and you guys did a scene about like playing football without pads or whatever. But I'm like, imagine like showing up somewhere where it really increases your speed. That's the part that makes me the most sad. Is like the roller skates are supposed to make him faster. So instead, it's like, I wonder if they told him like, listen, man, you got to just scoot along on the ground. We can't have you lifting your legs
I love
up.
it.
We really need you to
I was
just...
like, do they make you play in socks, dude? So you didn't scuff up the floor? He's just out there in bare socks getting his toes ran over with rollerblades. Like, Get his toes broken. It's just so funny.
They put olive oil on the bottom of his socks,
I've
so
been
he's
thinking about
sliding
it
around.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for 2 days.
No, I mean, I just can't, and I can't believe they had him play with like adults, like a rec adult league.
He plays barefoot, and they spray Pam on his feet.
Yeah.
They spray Pam on the soles of his feet so he can just glide barefoot down the roller hike because he can't stay up on rollerblades. His ankles are too weak.
In between every play, they just have him like sit down on the bench real quick, spray some Pam on there, and send him off. Go through a whole fucking container.
His dad's over there like, all right, son, feet up. Sprays it down with
I would imagine a rec league too, of like, because most of the time it's like, I've played a couple rec sports. I've played rec softball, got hit in the face by a fly ball, and that was pretty rough. I played a kickball league and then volleyball. So those are like there's always one person on the rec league that you play that is very serious about the sport. Like everyone else is just there for fun. And then you've got the one person who's just like,
oh, yeah,
pretty fucking serious about it.
Yeah, dude, I played in one of the big balls kickball league here in town, and there was always like...
It's like a bigger ball than normal?
No, it was just called big balls.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm like, dude, if the name of your rec league is a fucking pun, you don't get to take it that serious when I show up on Sunday half in the can or still hungover. Yeah. But there were people that were like, took it so serious. I'm like, bro, we're playing kickball as adults.
Yeah, we're in a weird park. Like, yeah. Everyone is like smoking weed and drinking. This doesn't have to be
literally
that serious.
The kickball league I was in had a guy that had a generator who ran an extension cord and had a hurricane machine like from like New Orleans in the park in Forest Park in St. Louis, and they were like,
my God.
You'd play a game at like 9 a.m. Your next game would be at like 2 p.m. and you'd have all this. They literally had beer pong tables set up.
Yes,
we got kicked out of the park of Tower Grove.
Why?
For being too wild. Like the whole league.
A security guard comes up. He's like, "Hey,
no, the whole league. Yeah,
your guys are out of here.
Yes.
You're too wild."
Well, dude, we had like suggestive team names on our jerseys.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Everyone's always got
back of my jersey said Moose Knuckle, and like Mark Algich was on that team, and his was like Piss Flaps, and it was just like,
what does Piss Flaps
pussy
mean?
Lips.
Oh,
and it was just like, it couldn't have been more of like a fucking party league.
Oh yeah.
But there's like one guy that like took it super serious.
And like those people are
Bosnian
the ones.
Guy.
Of course,
this
it's a fucking
is no
Eastern
fucking
blocker.
joke. This is kickball.
And they're like yelling at you when you fuck something up.
Dude, they get mad as fuck. They'd argue with refs, like yell at refs and get it. Like these guys are there voluntarily. No one's getting paid to do rec kickball.
Oh yeah, yes, the refs are like just chill. They're like drinking too. And then when you have that one person that's just way too serious, I mean, they're just the worst. I'm trying to look at my heartbeat on my Fitbit. I realize I have my Fitbit on, and I can monitor my heart rate throughout this and see if it gets a little
just
jacked
the fact
up.
that your brain just abandoned right in the middle of what you were talking about, and you started looking at your watch like so close to your face, lets me know your pre-workout's kicked in. Randy's over there, 2 hands on his head, dude. He's like, he can't hold still. He's thinking about his life.
Whoa, dude.
Where you at?
I'm at 107 BPM right now.
107 resting? What's your norm?
That's my resting. I think it's like, it's not that low because I'm not that active.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so I'm at about, 100 to 100. Now we're going down to 98, 99. So I'll keep you posted. We'll see if it gets over 115.
You got a little...
Because
You get a little injection.
What's the sound? What's the sound that Paige does?
Yeah.
She does it for everything.
That is true. Yeah, it's just weird to be in like those rec league things. And we were in Tower Grove Park, and so it was like the people were complaining. Literally, we had beer pong, and this dude had like a van where he plugged in a hurricane machine, and we were all getting hammered drunk.
Yes.
I'd show up. This is when I was drinking, so I'd show up from Saturday night, working at the bar, closing the bar down at 1, drink till 5 in the morning, sleep for like an hour.
Ugh.
If I slept, go. Be sweating on a Sunday morning, like running down to first base, feeling like I was going to puke.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're living those rough, hard drinking days, ugh.
You're getting wild. This softball one, Randy's like, man, I really should be oiling up my
I gotta
hands right
lube
now.
up my working man's hands. Randy just left the room to go get working man's hands. This podcast brought to you by Psychotic and Working Man's Hands.
Yep.
If you're going to get jacked up and jerk off at light speed, don't forget to moisturize.
Man, the working hands stuff, that O'Keefe's, it never works for my hands.
You're not a working man.
That is true. I'm not. And I guess it's just not for me. It never actually like
You should start a line called
not a working man's hands.
No, you should call it service industry hands. That way you could tell everyone every time we go out to eat, like, I actually am also a server. And I started a line called Serving Woman's Hands. And
I've got this product.
it's a good in for you.
You guys aren't going to believe
You
how
can leave
good
little
it is.
you can stack all the dishes to let them know that you also work waiting tables.
Yep.
And leave like a little sample right on top.
And put my business card there.
Yeah.
Because I have a...
And your business card's in the shape of a cheeseburger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it's like in the shape of a like cleaning towel,
Yeah.
you know? A sanitizer bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. I just...
Your business card's just a bar towel with your socials on it.
Yeah. At the bottom, it's like Tina
Yeah.
Dybal. Like, keep this on you at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm trying to get better at not telling everyone that I'm a waitress, okay? I'm trying to be conscientious of it.
Yeah.
Today, when I went to the baby shower at Belle Reve, which, by the way, guys, this is a nice country club that I went to. They literally
We
have a
fucked in
sign.
the gazebo there, right?
Yes.
Same place?
That's
Yeah.
the same place.
We went to the same person's wedding.
Oh my God. Courtney's mom literally told me today that she listens to the podcast. And if she hears that, we're done for.
I think we've talked about it on here before, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah, we definitely have. Randy's over there. Yeah.
Randy's
Oh, yeah,
never
guys,
rubbed his hands
you did.
harder than he is right now. Randy's tongue out. Randy is zooted. How do you feel for real? This shit's for real, right? Like it's got you pretty wired up.
Yeah, I am more awake than I was prior to taking it. I am a speed freak, so I drink a lot of caffeine throughout the day.
Me too.
Same.
But yeah, I think I might look into this stuff actually.
It's the next
Oh, my
level.
God.
Oh, I got to convert. Psychotic. I'm converting people out here, dude. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to put some ad dollars, personal endorsement, think about it.
Yeah. Well, Rafe is definitely the model for Psychotic. Like, I mean, I think they'll be moved by your testimony.
I think so too. I hope someone shows this to them.
Yeah, I do too. I
So
needed this.
You did?
The pre-workout.
Needed
So
a
I'm
little.
very glad that we did it because I took a quick brisk nap on the couch after the baby shower. And I was like, man, I'm so fucking full. I got to sit down and just kind of chill for a minute.
Well, I could tell it's counteracting Randy's weed because he's like, his voice changed. Did you hear how he talked into the microphone? He's like, yeah, it's actually, he talks like he's on the 5 o'clock news right now. Usually Randy's kind of like, yeah, man, I've been chilling all day. Now he's like, yes, I bite butts. He's talking like Marv Albert, like he's calling a sports game right now.
He's like, yeah, I think I might look into this. This is pretty good shit.
Not bad. He's like rubbing Psychotic on his gums over there. So Belle Reve Country Club, our friends, Zach and Courtney got married there. Tina got really drunk and insisted that we fuck on this golf course. And then we had sex in the gazebo.
Yep.
And then you started telling me how much you loved me, got really emotional and began to cry.
Yep.
And had makeup streaming down your face, drunk, and then wanted to go back to the wedding. And I was like, we can't walk back into a wedding.
No.
After we've disappeared for however long we've been gone, with you openly weeping, people are going to just assume that I'm like an abusive piece of shit.
Oh, for sure.
And that it's not because you're drunk and mentally unstable. Like it's eventually going to get pinned on me. So we had to like let you get it together.
Yes.
But anyway, you went back to the scene of the crime and go.
So I went back to the scene of the crime, and Belle Reve is like legit members only, really, really fancy place. I mean, I have recently decided I'm not wearing heels anymore. I'm just not doing it. My feet hurt. I don't want to do it anymore. So I went with a staple Tina outfit to show up there. And I mean, I had like my really cute turquoise earrings in that fan made for me day by day. They're amazing. So I wore those. I wore my black cutoff jacket with flames on it and like a bleached shirt and then black ripped jeans and some cute Puma tennis shoes. I would say I was
grossly underdressed.
I
could see that.
No, there was a couple girls above me, you know. I mean, I was the lowest. If we're looking at, you know, just when you guys see the photo from this baby shower, I am the most underdressed person. But I will say I was the funniest there. I mean, I did 30 minutes of stand up, crushed it, you know.
But you were kind of, to compare it to something recently, we went to a wedding recently on a Thursday night.
Yes.
Where everyone, it was a very St. Louis wedding, dude. Was it Frank Papa's?
Frank Papa's Ristorante.
Frank Papa's Ristorante. They just rented the whole place out, and someone gave a toast, and there was an old man watching the Blues game at full volume on his phone, and he did not turn it down. He did not turn it down. That's the most St. Louis thing ever. And there were 3 Blues score updates given during the dinner service.
Yes, there were. People were very serious about it.
But there was a table of relatives there, younger kids. There's always that one table at a wedding that, like, you know, they showed up. The guy had like an Affliction hoodie on.
A guy had on one had on an Affliction hoodie.
Yes.
And one of them had on a Hollister hoodie.
Yes, we had an Affliction and a Hollister hoodie. Pretty sure somebody's wearing Jinkos.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they were.
Everyone else was dressed as if it were a wedding reception, and that table stood out. Not passing a judgment on that.
No,
but that's who you were at this baby shower. You were the Jinkos and Affliction / Hollister hoodie wearing member of this party.
I pretty much I don't want to admit to that, but yes, I was definitely underdressed. Everyone was wearing really nice outfits. Yeah. But you know, I came in strong with my personality and I won the day over by that. So
you do feel like you won the day?
Oh my God. I redeemed myself very well. I mean, I was a hit, and I walked into it pretty nervous because let me give you the lay of the land. So you pull into this place.
You're already at a serious disadvantage that it's a baby shower. I just want to give you that because that is not
my forte.
Your wheelhouse.
No.
You're not good with children. You don't understand babies or how they work. Mm-mm. You think that babies have the same motor skills and functioning understanding of the world as a full-grown adult.
For sure. My friend's kid wasn't walking, and I was like, why isn't the baby walking? They're like, well,
it's a baby.
It's not even 6 months old.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess I just thought they'd be moving and grooving a little bit.
You have no concept of child development timeline. That is not it's not up there.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So let's start there. So you're already at that disadvantage.
It's big disadvantage. So I pull in my sick-ass Toyota Camry.
Cracked windshield.
Tight. Maybe took a rip off my vape pen on the way there. Who knows?
Sure you did.
No, but so I pull in, and they have this gate, this big gate, and it says Belle Reve Country Club, members only, right when you pull in there. And even though I've been there and I knew exactly where I was going, I had a little shudder, a chill down my spine seeing the members only thing. I was a little spooked, you know? And I was like, oh man, okay, we're doing this, you know? So I'm driving down this long private drive to get in there because it's dramatic. You got to get to the land.
Yeah, rolling meadows, golf course, the whole.
Gorgeous. The place is fucking beautiful.
It's called Belle Reve. They have PGA tournaments there.
Yeah, they had a PGA tournament. They had a big.
It's a big deal.
I think not the Masters, but they had a big event
there
a
major
few years
event,
ago.
yes.
And it was wild.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
It was on TV, the whole nine.
Oh, yeah. Legit place. So I walk in and, I'm holding my cute little bag. And I would here, let me just show you guys kind of the bag that I had for my baby shower.
Oh, my God.
Gift. Well, people love this shit, okay?
Show it up.
Sound off in the comments if you want to see the bag that I...
Let's see your bag.
Okay, Tiger...
I would just like
Cute.
to take this interstitial while you're looking up the bag that you took to the baby shower. That the entire time you've been telling this story, your eyes have been wider than a ring-tailed lemur. And it's been hard for me not to laugh out loud because you're like, so I went to, oh man, in this big long rolling drive. And I'm like, yeah, I think her psychotic has kicked in. Her eyes are so wide, cartoonishly wide during that story. It made me laugh very hard. You definitely look like a lemur. You look like a marsupial who lives at night.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I am sweating right now.
Yeah.
I mean, my heart rate has to be, where are we at now?
What's your BPMs? Let's do a BPM check.
Oh, it's only 99.
Well, you're
it's going
adjusting.
up as I'm looking at it. Okay, so cute tiger gift bag party. That's what I just Googled. Okay, these are not what I'm looking for. I got it at Marshall's, but I don't think it would be online. Either way, it was like this adorable bag with these are all children's tigers.
Yeah.
And mine was a mature tiger. There were mature tigers on the bag.
Sure.
The bag background was pink and emerald green. Just a really nice contrast. Had these really adorable tigers on there. I mean, it was a fashionable bag. Nobody said anything about how fashionable the bag is, but I mean, I know they were thinking it. I would like to say that part. So I walk in. And right when you walk into Belle Reve, they have a person like in a very nice waiter's outfit standing right there. And they were like, hello. And I go, hey, what's happening? Like, how you doing today? And they're like, I'm good. What can I help you with? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not here applying for a job right now. Not that I'm talking shit. You know, I didn't say this to her, but like, this is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, no. I'm here for a baby shower. Can you direct me to the baby shower? And she's like, what's the name? You know, she was very professional. And I was like, it's Courtney Tharp or Jehoviak. I don't know which one, you know. So
also, do you have multiple baby showers going on today?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
They were just like,
they were testing
you're
me.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
They thought you were a piece of shit.
I think so. But so she pointed me in the direction with a nice, you know, she didn't just use a finger to point. She did a nice one of like, it's over there. So, you know, I'm walking and the girl says to me as I'm walking away, she goes, I really like your jacket. And I was like, thanks, brother. I was like, hell yeah. I got it on Shein, $15. And it was the jacket with the flames on the back. You're the one that you're not crazy about. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm already a hit with the wait staff. Okay. So I'm a hit with her.
Not really the crowd you're playing to for this Belle Reve baby shower, but okay. I wouldn't question that you were a hit with the back of the house.
Yeah. They love
I want to
me.
know how it went with, the suburban Stepford moms.
Well, so I walk in and everyone's kind of just standing around in their really nice outfits. And I walk in and my heart sinks. You know, I'm like, oh, fuck.
You realize you fucked up.
Yeah, I was like, I should have fucking dressed up more. God damn it. And then right when I walked in, Courtney saw me, which was great. So she kind of let everyone know, like, hey, this is not just a random...
She threw a tablecloth over you?
Yeah.
She saw you and ran and, like, ripped a tablecloth out from underneath all the dishes and threw it over you and, like, pushed you into a closet?
No, she used her fucking Parsons degree, her fashion degree, and was like, okay, we need to fix this up. And immediately just, like, made a cute, adorable toga.
Be our guest. Put our service to the test. She's, like, cutting up stuff with scissors.
Yeah. And everyone's like, wait, why are you making the pregnant girl work? But yeah, so Courtney spotted me right when I walked in, which was good because she kind of...
I'm sorry.
You know, nobody really looked over at me when I walked in, probably because, you know, they just were in their own thing, doing their own deal. But Courtney immediately is like, oh, Tina! And like, you know, excited. Hey, do you remember Natalie? You remember this person, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm just chit-chatting it up with some people.
Yeah.
And I'm laying low because I was like, they're all talking about their kids and telling these stories about their children and all that. So I'm kind of just trying to process that. It's like, I don't have any input on it.
Was a psychologist you tried to have intercourse with at this? Was that the same group?
The psychologist.
Who's the girl that you went? Oh, that was Andy's friend. Never mind.
Oh.
Continue. Different group, different friend group.
No, I didn't try to have intercourse with anyone at this baby shower.
All right.
So basically, we're just all hanging around, chit-chatting for a little bit. And I mean, this place is nice. Why are you laughing so hard, Randy?
Because the podcast is entertaining. Is that okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I just was like trying to
Probably
figure
because
out.
you've been like, you're rattling that off a mile a minute right now.
Oh, so, I mean, like the room is just unbelievably nice. There's cool murals on each wall. It looks like when you see the White House in movies and they have their fancy sitting room, but there's room for literally 100 people. That's what this was like. I mean, very nice. But there weren't a lot of chairs out at the beginning, and I'm kind of standing around, like chit-chatting with people. The waitress comes up and asks me, oh, do you want some champagne? Do you want wine? This, that, and the other. And I was kind of not looking excited by that because I'm like, I got to do the podcast. I got to drive. I'm not having anything to drink. So the girl's like, can tell that I'm not excited about it. She's like, I've got iced tea. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that sounds really good. And then she just kind of starts laughing because I said, fuck yeah. I'm very excited. And so, yeah, basically the whole first half, we're all just standing around, chilling, getting ready to go to the table because they have this room. Dude, I literally felt like I was in a mansion. Like they have this room with these big French doors and this long fucking table set up for everybody to sit down. And that's where we're going to eat at. And I know that when I tell you what they brought out, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, how'd you manage that, Tina? They brought out, the food was incredible, but they brought out a plate with 6 pieces of butter lettuce on them, big chunks like this, and then feta cheese, candied walnuts, and like a vinaigrette on there. I immediately am like, God damn it, I have to cut this fucking thing up. Like, I am not good with a fork and knife. You know that.
Right.
Just not great with it.
Well, you didn't use one until you were 27 years old.
Yeah. Didn't really begin.
Yeah. You ate like Captain Caveman until I forced you to start using a fork and knife in your life.
Trust me, I wanted to just rip the lettuce with my hands.
I know you did.
I did everything I could not to, though, and I actually did a pretty good job. I did have one very large chunk of lettuce. But so fortunately, I wasn't like the only one who had problems with the salads.
Right.
Other people were commenting on it like, oh my God, like, am I supposed to just eat this whole big piece of lettuce, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, and Zach's mom, the man who inseminated our friend Courtney. His mom. Oh, okay. Impregnated, inseminated.
Might be the same
thing. She fell.
I don't think he actually did it, but go ahead.
She fell on Friday and broke her fucking arm and her nose while she was in St. Louis. So it's like she's sitting there with like a big cast, and she was like, do you guys mind if I put my elbow on the table? And I was like, no.
You already had both your elbows on the table?
I was sitting there like this.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it actually makes me feel way more normal. And that got a really big chuckle out of the side of the table that I was at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't the only one that was struggling.
Okay.
But, you know, all in all, incredible breakfast, incredible little meal. And I'm just chit-chatting it up. And then we go to open up gifts. And that's where I really shined. I really staked my claim there. Courtney pulled out this pillow, and I was just like, oh, is that a dog bed? And that got the whole place rolling. I mean,
nice.
People were applauding me. It was just, no, I'm joking. No one applauded me. But that one did get everyone really good. So, and then they opened up our gifts, which were, I wrote on the gift tag, love, Uncle Tuna, and Rafe. And Courtney got really excited when she opened that up. And there, we gave the baby some Chiefs gear.
Yep.
Because that's kind of been our signature thing for a while now.
A canister of Psychotic for the baby.
Yeah.
I always give that out. Always.
Yeah. Baby's going to need that. Thanks, Randall. But yeah, so, and this is the cutest thing in the world that I got. And I want everyone to see this because everyone should buy this when there's a baby. Fox baby outfit. I got the baby a little fox outfit that's just like this. a crochet. Someone was like, "Oh my God, did you make this?" And I was like, "Fuck no, dude. I ordered it from Amazon."
Oh, we hunt those for sport. You're at Belle Reve, like, oh,
like
release the hounds. That is pretty cute. I mean, could not be more unnecessary, but
but it's the
adorable.
cutest gift in the world for like when the baby's born. And it was like a little loincloth. Like it was just precious.
It's cute.
I had a blast. There was also a masseuse at this baby shower.
Giving out?
I got a massage. I got a massage this morning.
So the masseuse wasn't a guest?
No. The masseuse, they were hired and giving massages throughout the whole thing. And
that's a weird interstitial to take.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And like Zach's mom was like, "Well, Tina, you need to go get a massage." She's like,
"You're poor.
I want to know that I'm..."
You, look at you. You're clearly the poorest one here. You've never even experienced this before.
Oh, yeah? She thought I'm poor? Then why did she invite us to stay at their house in Vegas? Huh?
Because she probably thought we couldn't afford our own place.
Whatever, dude. No way. They were like, "Oh my God, you guys got to come out to Vegas. We have this big house."
She's like, drive your ramshackle Camry with the busted windshield, since I know you can't afford plane tickets, and you can stay with us so you can save money, and maybe you guys can play the penny slots while we gamble at the big stakes table. No, that's pretty cool.
It was very sweet. She was really excited.
Thanks, Courtney's mom.
Yeah.
Or Zach's mom.
Well, that was Zach's mom. So, yeah, they invited
That's the Havasu crew.
They invited us to Vegas, and we got, but the fact that I got a massage at a baby shower today, I was like, this is fucking living, brother.
Hey.
Like, I introduced myself to the guy before. I was like, "Do I sign up to get a massage?" And Zach's mom's like, "I already signed you up. I wanted to make sure that you got your massage." So she was getting her little massage. I sit down. I'm like, "Hey,
basically,
Ryan."
This is White Lotus, and you're the lady that works at the place, and she is Stifler's mom.
That is exactly what it felt like.
She's trying to like encourage you to lead a better life because you're such a low-level piece of shit.
Whatever, dude.
Thanks, Zach's mom, for judging my betrothed.
We had a blast.
I'm kidding. I'm sure it was fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited that I got to get a massage there. I was like, this is fucking high. I wanted to like just shout out to everyone like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But instead I just took the massage and I was like, just show your gratitude with helping out the mother who has a
Did you rip ass?
Yeah, I
Did you get so relaxed that you were like,
yeah, I was just like
shit on the masseuse.
I said, "Oh fuck, Ryan, I'm so sorry. I just
was a guy
farted in your chair." Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Belle Reve, more like Belle Reprieve.
More like PU
more
out
like
of my
Belle
asshole.
Queef.
Belle Queef. That's it. That's the one.
So you had fun. You won them over. That's the moral of the story.
Oh, yeah. I mean, multiple people were like, "Oh, my God, you're so funny." Blah, blah, blah. We were chit-chatting it up. And they were, this is how I knew that I did well. Courtney's mom was bragging about me to her friends. She was like, "Tina," and she is just so funny. She's about to go on tour, and she also works, at this one restaurant. She's been there for quite a while now, and like I heard her bragging about me. And then she was like, and her boyfriend Rafe Williams also is a comedian, and they were just chatting it up.
Oh, I got a little PR?
You got a little PR from a few people. Someone was like, "That's Rafe Williams' partner."
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what they said. And they said partner. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. This gal Maggie that we know from Brennan's, I think. I can't remember. There were a couple Brennan's people there. And yeah, I mean, it was not, because I feel like for so long, it's like with comedy, everyone's always like, "So what do you do?" And then to be like recognized as a comedian now is kind of fucking cool.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's good for you.
I'm like, yeah, bitch, we are funny. And we are cool.
Oh, wow. What a self-actualization moment. Brought to you by Psychotic.
Yeah, 100%. I can literally smell my armpits right now.
Does anyone felt like their eyeballs are fluttering inside their skull yet?
Dude, my butt cheek started tingling a few minutes ago.
It moved from that. You felt your asshole pulsating, your sphincter starts.
Just
like,
my butt cheek.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he is, I mean, I'm sweating. I am ready to go to the gym now.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited because I'm going to go to the gym, freaking pump some iron, and then we're going to go get dinner, and it's going to be great.
Maybe.
Because we don't, what does that mean?
I'm going to sit here and Google Zach's mom.
Google Zach's mom. Brought to you by
man.
Googling Zach's mom. We went to, is that it for the?
Yeah, that's it.
Last night we ended up at a, very briefly,
I forgot about this.
our friend put on a jiu-jitsu tournament at Red Flag. Did a great job, sold it out. It's a friend of ours, Adam and Jenny Linsella. They did, they're starting a new promotions. It's really great. It was cool. But I hadn't gone to an event like that. It's not usually like my cup of tea. And I told Tina on the way in, I was like, be prepared to see 100 dudes that look just like me.
Oh, yeah.
Because
jiu-jitsu tournament,
it's
bro.
a jiu-jitsu. If you thought Little League parents were fucking intense, there were like kids fighting in jiu-jitsu matches to open the thing. Wow.
It almost looked like, you know, when you see two bulls coming at each other, like they just kind of stand at each other for a minute, like with their horns. Like these are their horns, and they're just kind of standing, and like it's like, oh, who's gonna bust first, you know? And then one of them gets moved back. That's what this. Ew, I just spit. That's what this fight looked like. Like it was intense.
Yeah.
You could tell these kids were putting their fucking all into it.
And then it got into the grown men fighting. And then it got into like, there was definitely a couple of like 45-year-old guys that I was like, this must be their last fight. And it was it was definitely more lethargic than the other fights. I was like, that I could fight these guys.
Yeah, it felt.
They definitely were winded like when they got out there.
For sure.
They were sucking wind already. Like they just climbing the stairs to get to the mat took it out of them. And I'm like, oh, I could probably hang with these dudes.
Yeah, remember that documentary we watched about the wolves and how like the dad, the alpha or whatever, had to like fight his son or something like that.
Yeah.
And how he just kind of like ran around him to like intimidate him.
Yeah.
I was watching like, and you know, when the older wolves fight, they just aren't cut out for it anymore. They're just not.
Yeah, I couldn't help but find myself wondering how many of those jiu-jitsu kids I could fight at one time. Like I was going through my brain. I'm like, I think like third grade age, I could fight a whole class.
I think you
and
could
win. I think I could beat the fuck out of a whole class of third grade children. I'm just saying it. I'm putting it out there. You're in a third grade class. You think you're fucking bad, and it's 50 or less students. Challenge me. I'll fuck you up. But
yeah, challenge him.
I don't know
I'll be his promoter.
But I don't know if I could fight. I don't know how many of them jiu-jitsu kids I could fight, dude. That one kid put that kid in an arm bar and just like was lights out, and I was like, oh. I think I can only fight like maybe 8 to 10 of them jiu-jitsu kids. Before like one of them got me in an ankle lock or something, and I was like, oh, fuck, he just broke my ankle. I'm fucked. I'm on the ground. And then once I'm on the ground, then they can overtake me.
Yeah.
You know, if they shoot me and get me down, they can use the weight of multiple. It's kind of like when bees kill the queen. You know what I mean? Like they just get around her and she's dead.
Oh, and they're wrapping their like literally this is how they wrap their legs around people. Is like this. Let's get my feet in there.
Yeah.
They're like this.
For those audio listeners, she's demonstrating.
Well, everyone watches it on YouTube. Yeah, look at that. They've wrapped their legs around like that. They literally, it's like, I know it's a hack joke to say, but it looks like they're in the throes of passion.
It does.
Okay. Their little legs are wrapped around, their arms are wrapped around. And there is one thing I hate. I hate being put in a headlock or getting tickled or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all I could think of while I was watching these people. I was like, dude, if I was fighting one of these cats, I'd be done for. Yeah, I'd just start tickling them.
I do want to know, and I asked this last night, and if you're an MMA person out there or you're a jiu-jitsu person out there, answer this question for me. What is the rules? Because there was a couple times they were like at opposite ends, like they each had each other's ankles, like trying to each put each other in an ankle lock.
Yeah, they looked like they were 69ing.
But like the opposite of 69ing. They were like,
their heads were away from each other.
Yeah, like they weren't in the crotch. It was almost like it was like they were trying to put the same move on each other at the same time. Like,
yeah.
Like two people trying to get the other guy in a figure 4 leg lock. And I mean, there's like got each other's ankle and they're all trying to squirm out. And I was like, what are the rules if a guy, why doesn't he, I would, for an intimidation tactic, I would just suck the fucking guy's toes. Like if you suck the other guy's toes, You know how fucked up he would. You know how quick he's letting go of your foot.
For sure.
If you're down there putting him in an ankle lock and you're just like, just start sucking on his big toe as hard as you can, dude. That would freak those guys out because they're not down with that. These are alpha males, dude.
Maybe that's something.
What if you sucked their toe and they just came all in their gi? They just like fucking, they nutted all in their gi right in front of everybody under the hot lights. There's just a big wet stain because they've never had their toes sucked before because they're not cool with their sexuality, masculinity.
Yeah, they're not
then
cool
you
like us.
You sucked a little pinky toe of like this black belt in fucking jujitsu, and he's like, oh, everybody.
And it is pretty. I mean, there's no music playing while they're fighting.
No, you'd hear it.
It is. I mean, you hear grunting, you hear the whole thing. The only thing you really hear are like some coaches screaming, and when a really intense move happens and someone gets dropped to the ground, a large chunk of the crowd goes like, oh.
Well, yeah, they gasp or they cheer them on, but yeah, it was.
I think
it'd just
that
be
could
really funny to me if like they were in that double leg lock and somebody just sucked somebody's maybe suck the middle toe just to really throw them off. Not the big one or the little one, just suck one right in the middle. And the guy's just like, oh, fuck, yeah.
He just goes, oh.
In front of everyone. He's like, oh. And the whole crowd gasps. They're like, oh. And then he just taps out because he doesn't know what else to do. And like it'd be the first time. And they have to tell you when you win, they raise the guy's hand. They're like, winner by arm bar, winner by triangle choke, and they got to go. They got a
winner
guy
by
like,
toe suck.
Winner by sucking big toes. It's Earl the Machine Jenkins.
I seriously think that could be your move. Like I
could win.
You could have someone, and what if it was just like
I don't know the rules.
Weren't super obvious about it? Like you had your
it's like my little psych move.
Yes,
yeah.
And you could just
a
go
quick suck,
like a quick little.
Yeah.
Could work.
Or what if I went the other way and I shoved my blade toe into their mouth? And like that was my move. My move was making them suck my toes. And I shoved my blade toe into the guy's mouth and he's like, ugh! He just starts throwing up all over the mat.
They're immediately loosening up. And you're going to get in there. He
taps out because I'm just chasing him around with my blade toe.
Yep.
Winner by submission, blade toe intimidation, and vomitorium. Rafe Williams. That would be awesome.
Oh, for sure, dude. You shove your blade toe into it doesn't matter what situation you're in. You're getting carjacked. You're getting it. You just get your little blade toe, shove it in someone's mouth. They are immediately disarmed.
Well, I don't know. If they have a gun, they'd probably shoot me. But yeah. I mean, I like your confidence in my toe, but I think a 9mm Beretta might trump blade toe, but I would try it.
I think that's your new move now. That is how you disarm somebody.
It's a good idea.
Pull out your blade toe.
It's definitely my signature move, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Is like
the blade toe.
I suck toes, and I force people to suck my toes.
On the back of your little karate outfit, it just
instead of
says,
steroid free, it says
the toe sucker.
Ain't never met a toe I wouldn't suck. Yeah, that's fucking cool. You know what's weird to me about it is like, and I don't know if you'll remember this, Randy, but like, it was entertaining to watch jujitsu, but they don't fight. It's just like kind of wrestling and throwing each other around. And I'm not a big MMA guy, even though I look like I would be into the UFC. It's like, it's fine. I don't not like it. But I remember when the UFC came out and there was like now it's a sport. Everyone's matched up weight class. It feels legitimized. But when UFC came out, you used to have to rent the VHS tape. And it was fucking wild. The first few years of UFC was everyone against everyone, blood sport. It was like, in this corner, 6'6" Norwegian kickboxer Gerard Erker versus a sumo wrestler from Japan, 500 pounds. And it was like a giant kickboxer dude fighting like a 500-pound sumo guy. And he kicked him in the face and knocked all his teeth out. And it was just like, there was like a guy named Tank Abbott that was just like a bouncer at a local bar. And he smoked cigarettes and drank Budweiser in his corner in between. And he was just like, he just literally went out there and just threw haymakers and just like, he was just a big fat guy that just kept getting pounded.
That's like Arnold Palmer in golf.
John Daly.
Oh, John Daly.
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer's the nice version. That's why it's called a John Daly now.
Yeah. It's like, I think a John Daly's when you get an Arnold Palmer full of vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, the old UFC, like that shit was awesome. It was just like, if you were a fighter in the world, you had to fight any other fighter in the world. There were no weight classes, no regulations. It was a battle And the jiu-jitsu guys used to win because no one knew how to fight those guys. It was like these little skinny dudes from Brazil, Royce Gracie, the Gracie jiu-jitsu guys, and they would just like choke all these big guys out because they'd be trying to fight them, and they just latch onto them like a little spider monkey, dude, and choke the fuck out of them. And it was like they eventually realized, like, we all got to learn jiu-jitsu because you can't beat these guys.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like flashy. It wasn't sexy, but they would lock onto you, dude, and it was like you couldn't get them off of you.
Dude, you put me in any kind of hold like that, I don't know what to do. I am immediately just, I have no idea.
Yeah, and it was just awesome also to be like, there was one guy that literally came down to the ring in a full Taekwondo gi with his black belt on, smoking a cigarette. He had a blonde mullet, and he wore like Kenny Powers, like Oakley sunglasses, and fingerless gloves. And he was just like, and that's what he fought in. You showed up, you fought whatever outfit you wanted to fight in. And that guy is like,
did
okay,
he take his sunglasses off?
No. He fought in shades. I mean, they got knocked off, but it's like,
that's epic.
There was the only rules at the beginning of the UFC was no biting and no hitting in the nuts. That was the two rules.
And I think those are fair rules.
That was it, though. Everything else was on the table. Elbow strikes, suck toes, whatever.
Yeah.
You could do whatever. So I'm like, you'd see this big, like, dude in a karate gi that was like a self-proclaimed martial arts expert just go out and fight a dude that was like former Russian Spetsnaz special forces, and it would just people got fucked up.
Rafe Williams takes over the sport of UFC by administering toe sucking.
Yeah, you could really catch it. I bet I could have got one of those Gracie boys to let go if I'd have sucked their toes.
Oh yeah, and
if I'd have put my toe in their mouth while they were trying to do an ankle lock, I guarantee Royce Gracie would have let go of me.
A lot of people are not feet people to begin with. Like there's a lot of fetish people that love all of that. We can wrap this up. Randy gave us the light, just letting you know.
Yeah, no. We're good.
So
we're at 57 minutes.
We're there's a lot of people that are very uncomfortable with toe sucking. And I really think that is the ticket. You just give a little lick, dude. It could be something that people would have to really zoom in on to be like, how is this guy winning all of these competitions? It's like, he's just giving a little toe suck, man.
Yep.
You disarm him, and then that's it. That's my word of the day, guys. Disarm.
This podcast brought to you by the word disarm, Working Man's Hands, and, of course, our number one sponsor, which we will now review, Insane Labs with a Z, Psychotic.
Yep.
There you go. Not FDA approved, but only Psychotic Blend, 4,459 milligrams per serving of caffeine anhydrous, beta-alanine, creatine monohydrate, ampberry, oxygold, dimethyldiamyline, Rauwolfia vomitorius extract.
Oh, that's you.
Alpha yohambine root bark, hyperzine serrata standardized extract, whole aerial plant. The star for daily percentages is daily value not established. And somebody, literally, I would also like to point out that each canister of Psychotic Insane Labs, if you look right here,
has an autograph from Mel Gibson.
A signature. It is signed the Mad Chemist.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of Mel Gibson, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's spicy.
The Mad Chemist has personally signed Psychotic Energy Focus Endurance Psycho. Those are the 4 brand buzzwords.
Here's what I'll say. After having that Psychotic, I'm ready, dude. I was not ready to face the day at all. You even asked me, you're like, what's wrong before we got here? I'm like, nothing's wrong. I was just a little tie-tie, just a little tired. And now I am fucking ready, dude. I'm ready to go kick the shit out of Planet Fitness. I'm setting off the fucking lunk alarm today. I promise you that.
Okay, so what's your review of Psychotic? Up to 5 bags of diarrhea. Give us your review of Insane Labs Psychotic.
My review of Insane Labs Psychotic is going to be, I'm giving it a 5 for energy. 5 bags out of 5 bags of diarrhea for energy, because I am I mean, you guys can see it in my eyes. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, it's going to come through in the podcast, I think.
I'm zooted up.
You got into gloriously minutia detail about that baby shower.
Well,
it took a long time for you to even get in the building in your story because you were giving us the play-by-play of what the grass smelled like coming up the driveway.
Real crackhead story that I told.
Real crackhead story.
So,
it was still entertaining, but it was very much, you got into the crackhead minutia. You did not skip to the parts.
Crackhead level of details.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I would say that for me to do something like this on a daily basis is too much. I can't do this on a daily basis. Now, I'm sure that I would build up a tolerance, but, I mean, this is kind of a special occasion only thing for me. Like, I've got to be really tired or, doing what we did today, a podcast. So that's my review. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 bags of diarrhea overall.
What are you taking 2 bags away for?
I'm going to take 2 bags away for how my armpits smell right now.
Okay.
Because it smells just like onions.
Let's just, for energy, let's do the 4 brand commitments of Psychotic. Energy, you're giving it 5 out of 5. 5
out of 5 bags of diarrhea.
Focus.
4 out of 5 because I do feel a bit scatterbrained.
Yeah, you were laser focused on the wrong things. So, 4 out of 5. Endurance.
Oh, endurance, 5 out of 5 bags of diarrhea.
Yeah, and psycho.
Psycho, 5 out of 5 bags of diarrhea. Already psycho. This just amped it up a little bit.
All right, so then I'm gonna do the quick math on that and say 4.5 bags of diarrhea from Tina on Psychotic. Randall R. Cash. Let's get your overall review, and then we'll go through all of the tenets of Insane Labs and the Mad Chemist.
I'm ready to go out and fuck some shit up, dude.
Holy shit, dude! Randy's gonna get a felony, dude.
Yes, I am.
Randy's gonna get a felony.
He's ready to go to Schnucks and give him a piece of his mind about self-checkout. I can tell you that.
Oh,
I'm ready
hell
for
yeah.
Trader Joe's, dude. Let's fuck it up.
You going to Trader Joe's?
No, I think I'm going to stick with Aldi today.
Yeah, Aldi's good. Aldi's a place you can be on Psychotic and no one will say anything to you. You can just wreck those boxes. You got to buy your own bags at Aldi. It's a fucking free-for-all.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Randall. Let's give it up to 5 bags of diarrhea. Insane Labs. Energy.
5 bags.
Focus.
4 bags.
4 bags. Why? What did you feel like you had a hard time staying locked in on one thing?
Somewhat. Yeah, I feel very energized, like I could go do some work and knock some shit out.
But sitting still is very difficult.
Yeah, a little bit. My hands are a little sweaty.
Yeah, my hands, you get a little tingly.
Yeah, I was using the
working man's hands.
Working my hands. And then I was like, shit, dude, my hands are sweaty now.
You're sweating through the lotion.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
All right, 4 out of 5 on focus. Endurance.
Yeah, 5 out of 5, definitely.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I'm ready.
And on psycho.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. So again, that's a 4.5 bags of diarrhea from Randall R. Cash. I'm going to go, you know how I feel about it. It is my Linus's security blanket that gets me through the day. Big caffeine head. I'm going to go energy 5 out of 5. Focus 5 out of 5 because I've tamed the beast. My tolerance has allowed me to tame the monkey brain that comes with it and be able to get locked in.
You're able to laser
on what's going on. Endurance, I'm going to go 5 out of 5. It usually keeps me going for a few hours. No big crash. A lot of things have a big crash. This doesn't have a huge crash on it. And for psycho, I'm going to go 6 out of 5 bags of diarrhea.
Oh, shit.
Because I am a psycho when I'm on it. I'm just like this. You feel like a psycho. You're sweating. These two little clowns are whispering in your ear. They're telling you how to live your life.
Oh, yeah.
They're telling you that maybe it's time to move to Montana and live in a commune. You got to fight that off. That's where the focus comes in. You got to harness the focus because the psycho, and that's what I think you guys are experiencing, the psycho infringes on the focus because the psycho's whispering to you, and it's hard to lock in on what you're supposed to be doing because the psycho's telling you to do everything all at once.
I'm sitting here right now, and my arms are doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sitting still, I'm ready to fuck some shit up, dude. That's why it's such a good pre-workout because it's like it gets you through it. gets you going. And I know I'm about to go fuck some shit up at Planet Fitness.
All right, we're going to go overall. Great reviews on Psychotic, our sponsor today.
Yeah.
Not our sponsor. Could be.
Well, my sponsor today
Yep.
and every day.
Yeah.
And Tina, congratulations on pulling things out at the baby shower.
Thank you so much, babe. Really appreciate it.
And
Yeah, I did a good job.
You did a great job. And anybody out there expert in mixed martial arts, let me know where toe sucking falls in regulations. I'd like to know.
This is how I know that the Psychotic is working, is because just now I had a flashback to when we did the very first live Slop Study podcast, and I like stood up and walked over to you and kissed you, and it's like, why am I doing that? Why did I do that on the live video?
Oh, I don't even remember that. So yeah, if you're now accessing repressed memories, that's what Psychotic can do, dude. You want to access some repressed memories? Unlock the Psycho, Insane Labs with a Z, the Mad Chemist, Two Crazy Clowns,
Mel Gibson.
Never Doubt It Again. Randy's doing push-ups. I'll let you wrap up your own podcast.
Oh, yeah. No worries. Yeah, this is it. We love you guys. This episode is coming out right this next Tuesday. Today is Saturday. Today is Sunday, February 26th, and this episode is going to come out on 27th, 28th, on the 28th of February. So that's the... Excuse me.
Just threw up in your mouth a little bit. That's that vomitorium root. That's how I know it's finally taken full hold.
We got the hiccup. That's exactly what I just did, dude. But yeah, we love you guys. Everyone that comes to see us on tour, woohoo! We're so excited. And Monday, March 6th is going to be the first Discord event that Libbie and I do. We're going to be watching an old episode of Slop City with all of you guys. So make sure to join the Patreon and make sure you join a tier that has Discord access so you can join us in the live stream and the many more to come. Love you guys. You got to say and cut for Libbie.
And cut.
Toss a hiccup in there.
That's like when you laugh farted the other day.
Oh, man, that was a good one.
Yeah, I wish we'd have recorded that.
I know.
Tina
right?
laughed, and every chuckle, a fart came out.
Yeah, it was at least 8 farts. All right, love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Man, I got to so bad. This Psychotic is running through.
I'm actually...